Hey, what's up, y'all? Woke up with some thoughts this morning. I always wake up with a lot on my mind, and I go to sleep with a lot on my mind as well. Not necessarily in a bad way, but um, just to say I'm a thinker. What I was thinking about is there's just a lot of stuff in this earth right now happening. A lot of evil stuff going on, a lot of violence, a lot of sex crimes, and you know, a lot of stuff on some other levels happening too. Genetic manipulation between animals and humans, and making designer babies, and people are able to change themselves, you know, not just physiologically, but, they're able to actually change the structure of their genes, you know. Some would say they're able to go into the source code and change the source code and make themselves something that God didn't originally create them as. We as humans, man, we've really, 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 really taken, we've really, can't really find the words, but we've really tried to become God in some ways, where we're doing things that, God set up certain boundaries and certain things in order for certain boundaries not to be crossed. There's a reason why an animal and a human cannot reproduce naturally. There's a reason why different species of animals cannot reproduce naturally, but yet we've actually done this scientifically. And it takes me back in Genesis chapter 6, where the sons of God were doing a lot of the same things that we see today. I mean, they did genetic manipulation with women and animals to the point where in Genesis chapter 6 it says that all flesh was corrupted. And they literally, they literally almost destroyed the whole earth as far as polluting it. And God had to put a stop to that because these sons of God, exposed this earth to so much madness. And God had to, basically hit the reset button, except for 8 people that were saved. The same thing is happening now, In Matthew chapter 24, our Lord says, as it was in the days of Noah, that's how it's going to be when I make my return. And some of the same things are going on now. It's a mirror image of what was going on back then. And I believe at some point there's going to be a veil broken where we actually see the supernatural like they saw back then, where we're going to be able to physically interact with some of these entities that are going to be released, from another dimension, if you will. You look in the book of Revelation, you see, angels being released from under the river Euphrates. You see, different creatures being released from the bottomless pit. And right now, as we speak, there's some things going on over in Switzerland and other places, where there's some spiritual activity happening because of these machines they're using, these particle colliders that are opening other dimensions, and stuff is getting out. And this is why we're seeing so much evil going on these days. So I really just encourage you guys to really, really be prayerful, man, and be careful. Stay in your word, stay on your knees. God bless.